Desperate MILFs 8-pack, books 17 to 24. MILF Erotica, Breeding Erotica. Written by Tori Westwood. Narrated by Jett and Sallybeth.
Meeting my fan, and he's my lodger. Desperate MILFs. A website that lets you get creative with words. I'd started penning erotica under the pseudonym Sienna Fire, and submitting it to the website to see if my writing was as good as some of my friends had told me. The feedback was incredible. Every time I logged in, I saw a new update or notification from someone applauding my story, following me, or commenting on my posts. As I'd gotten older, I'd started to dream about having sex with younger guys, and with my husband no spring chicken, I found the fantasy becoming more intense. Writing was my outlet, and I poured everything into each story. Imagining myself with men of around 20, being wined, dined, and of course 69'd. When it came to writing, I could concoct any fantasy I wanted in vivid detail, and on more than one occasion I found myself having to pause mid-writing to work out my frustrations in a different way. I'd never been more in touch with my body as I was now at 43. The next time I logged back in to inscribe, I was met with several notifications. It gave me a little hit of dopamine to see that someone had interacted with me, and I always gave each one a cursory inspection, just in case it was important. I sat there in the mall car park and read through them. I was informed about several comments on my newest post, as well as a multitude of likes. My followers had increased too, and the tiny profile of my newest follower showcased this. Don't ask me why I clicked. I can't tell you. Maybe I was looking to engage more with my fans, or just curious as to the type of person that enjoyed my work. Instantly, something didn't sit right. The profile picture was now larger, and the guy smiling behind the sunglasses looked incredibly familiar. It couldn't be. Could it? Blake was 19, and had enough hobbies and interests for 2 guys his age. My husband had moved him in when we had some money troubles, but now the troubles were over, it felt harsh to kick Blake out. He was always out doing something, be it football, hockey, fishing, reading, or yoga. His time online was limited, and that was something I was glad of. I never wanted Blake to be a shut-in, which is funny considering I spend most of my time at home now writing. I zoomed in further on the photo, looking for hints as to whether my suspicions were correct. When I saw his inscribe handle, it left things in little doubt. B.K. MILF Lover, I read slowly. Blake Kendrick. I paused and sat there in the car, looking off into the distance and daydreaming of Blake. I thought back to the moment that I'd seen him in the garden, drenched in sunshine and busy reading something on his cell phone. I looked through his profile page further and found a host of likes that he had peppered over stories just like mine. The more I inspected it, the more his inscribe username made sense. Blake sure was a MILF lover, all right. I drove straight home, thinking of Blake enjoying my stories the whole time. The notion that he might have... Oh, God. Blake might object himself to one of my stories. Blake was out of the house when I got home, and my husband, Ben, was at work. He'd be there till late as usual. It felt like Ben pretty much slept and worked these days, and I'd sunk into writing even more to combat the loneliness. I went straight to Blake's room now, looking over it in a different light. There was a showcase of trophies on the dresser, and clothes scattered around the floor. I picked a few of them up and started to fold them, placing them over the back of his desk chair that held a stack of books. Always reading, I hummed, and I fingered down through the selection. Amongst them I found a dog-eared magazine that looked somewhat out of place. I pulled it from the pile and gasped as a glamorous model
Sample complete. Ready to continue?